Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday morning. This morning, we have some very special guests. But first, don't forget to go down and subscribe to Custom Life Pro on YouTube. And if you really like this podcast, or I guess this live stream, you can go and buy some merch at the Etsy shop that we have scrolling across the screen on the bottom. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the intro. Let's go. All right, before I bring on our guest, if you guys haven't already noticed, this is a recording because we could not get our guest on for Saturday morning, and it was busy for me too. So without further ado, let's welcome on Mr. JaVaughn Spencer and Betsy Barn.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Sawyer, I love the intro, just by the way. I'm like, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you for having us, Sawyer. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Man, blessed, excited. We're here.
We are here. Wow, this is awesome. Sawyer, how long have you been doing this?
Over a year.
Yep.
Man, congrats. That is
Facebook
phenomenal.
alerts every Saturday morning. Sawyer's at work.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys.
Awesome.
To go with the theme of Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay.
What is your favorite breakfast, like on the weekends, whenever you don't have to like get to work or anything?
Favorite breakfast on the weekends or any weekday? I'm going to go with French toast, bacon, and eggs.
That's a good breakfast.
French toast. I've been loving French toast over pancakes lately for some reason. So,
Yeah.
I really love omelets and fruit. That's my favorite.
Nice.
What about you?
Yep, and I get spoiled. My husband makes them for me on the weekends.
Nice. Well, some weekends we go camping, but whenever we don't go camping, sometimes we do like steak and eggs if we have a leftover steak.
Nice.
Or we do omelets, like you said, Betsy.
Yep.
And French toast also. And then we mainly do like pancakes or waffles with bacon or sausage.
This is like a buffet style. Jeez Louise.
Scrambled eggs.
Can we come over?
Right.
Sure.
Awesome.
And then whenever I'm camping, we usually take pancake mix.
Okay.
And we just we cook that. I feel like camping breakfast is the best breakfast.
Oh, really?
because of like the pancakes have a bit of a smoky taste to them,
Oh, okay.
and then the bacon the same. So
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
yeah, that's what makes it. That's what like hits the spot for me.
good. I love that. It's a spot. That's perfect.
Well, before we get started here, can you guys introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Sure.
Betsy.
Yeah. Hey, well, so I'm Betsy Barr. I live in Honolulu, Hawaii, and my husband Philip is a pastor here. He's an English pastor at the Hawaii Chinese Baptist Church. And I have two boys, Nate and John Allen. They're 10 and 12, and they go to school here. Of course, they're fifth grade and seventh grade. And I have been with Symmetry since 2019. And before that, I was a high school math teacher, and I taught in Tennessee, North Carolina, and then I taught for about 6 years in China as well.
Wow.
Wow, I know, right? So I should have went first. Wow, how do you top that? So, my name's JaVaughn Spencer. I am the dad of these two boys over here. I have an 18-year-old and a 11-year-old. Wow, sir, 18 and 11. It's hard to say, even believe it. My wife and I live in Beaufort, South Carolina. Been in the insurance industry for 6 years. Prior to insurance, I had my own motorcycle dealership, and then prior to that was in the car business for about 12 years, in the car business. So long hours, all that fun stuff. And now, in addition to Symmetry and building our agencies, we are co-owners of Level Up Leads. So
That's right.
we are doing a little bit of everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna ask you. It said co-founder of Level Up Leads. Can you guys like tell me some about like how you got started in that and how that came up?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Actually, when I saw that this was a StreamYard, that actually is how we got started.
Really?
Yep. So JaVaughn had gone to a Symmetry meeting in Atlanta, right, and met a lady that I worked with in my agency named Jordan Gillum, and anyway, she came back and was like, "Hey, I met this guy named JaVaughn. He likes to do marketing, and we were trying to do stuff for like Debt Free Life. And so she said we should do a round table and like promote Debt Free Life together. And so the three of us got on a StreamYard just like this. I think we still have one of the original pictures. And anyways, that is how we met. And then we just started kind of brainstorming and collaborating together about how to do online marketing and, talking to clients digitally and things like that. And then in January, we did a marketing course together. And then we decided, why not form a company? That's basically how it went. Had we ever met in person, Sawyer? No, we had not. And so looking back, is that kind of strange? Yes, it is. But has it worked? Thankfully, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that the company that we did the course with was a lot of work. We felt that the average person wasn't going to be able to figure this out. And you know, so it was like, wow, okay. What if we can solve the problem that put us out of business for 3 months figuring this out? Like, what if we came up with a company that we at least did it for them, so agents can just focus on selling? And that was the beginning. We put it together, man, oh man, piece by piece, piece by piece. So, and now it's
And now
humongous.
I was here. Yeah. So we started in 2021, Sawyer, and we were just trying to figure out how to generate leads online, like digitally, and how to connect with clients digitally. And
And I
yeah,
would
there
be
was
honest,
just
I was selfish, Sawyer. All I wanted to do was figure out how can I get the upper hand on hiring agents if we had our own leads and we didn't have to, you know, because that's the number one thing. How do you work the leads? And then we're digital, and then COVID was there, and We weren't kneecap to kneecap, bless you, we weren't kneecap to kneecap anymore. So it was just a whole lot going on. And we wanted to, like, you know what, we're going to be here. How can we grow this thing? How can we grow our agencies? How can we have the one up on every and anything? It was like,
Mhm.
digital leads, open it up. We don't have to have a mail house anymore. We can just
Mhm.
help. We just figure it out, generate it, and let's help families. That's how it started.
That's how it
Gotcha.
started. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Um. Okay. Here's another question for you guys.
Okay.
What are your favorite things about being in the insurance business? Because you said that you are a. Well, let me ask this first. What else do you do besides? Well, I guess you already said that you've been at Symmetry
Hmm.
um, for I can't remember how many years, but are you a agency owner or a I can't remember any of the other ones, but yeah, are you guys an agency owner or yeah?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. All right. What are your favorite things about being in the insurance business?
Hmm.
I like the win-win, Sawyer.
Hmm.
It's the win-win. I can go out. The win-win that I call it is you're helping people, and when I say help people, you're giving people that sigh of relief. The clients are they made it 50 years, 60 years with no life insurance in place, and they made it and still healthy, but they know they need it. And I'm able to get that sigh of relief that I can hear over the phone or see on Zoom, that exhale that their family's protected, right? And the win-win for me is I'm able to take the time, make sure they're educated, right? Be the one to provide the education for them. And then I'm able to help my family by helping their family, right? When I was in the car business, there was never a win-win. In the car business, if you're negotiating with someone and I'm negotiating with you, Sawyer, and you feel like you won, I didn't win. You got too much from me. Or if I feel that I won and then you're upset. That's the difference between being in the industry is that there's always a win-win if you can help someone. So that's why I enjoy it. I can wake up and put the same tenacity into helping families, and in the next couple of days, it's going to show up in my bank account how much I care.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Betsy, what about you?
Um, I mean, obviously, I love that win-win part too. But one of the reasons I love it is, um, my family was in China, and we came back from China because my husband was really sick, and we were just not in a great situation, and we had been with a company, and he was not able to continue working with them, so like we lost all of our benefits, all of our insurance, like everything that we had. And like all of a sudden our life was super unstable, right? We were trying to figure out what we're going to do next. And so when I found the insurance industry, it was to help make some additional income for our family because we really needed that. But then once I started finding out all the different ways that as an insurance agent, I could actually help families, like not only with life insurance, because I mean, I didn't really know if my husband was going to live, and so I was worried, like what would happen if he passed away, right? And but then I found out about, like, hey, we can help people get out of debt. Hey, we can help people with retirement that's not tied to a job. And we can help people not be in a position where they're going to lose money. And so it really like just saved my family in a really difficult time in our life. And I never knew about it. Like I was a I was a math major. Like I love numbers, and I love learning about that kind of stuff. And I'd never heard of any of this stuff. And so part of me was like, why don't more people know about these things? Because everyone's going to go through something in their life that's a hard, difficult time. And if you don't have to worry about money when those times are hard, it's just a lot easier. And so that's really why I love being in the insurance industry is I can help people prepare for times that are going to be difficult in their lives. and they're not going to have to worry about money. They're just going to be able to take care of the people that they love and make decisions based on what's best for their family rather than how am I going to make sure I can put food on the table. So yeah, that's why I love it.
Gotcha. What is something you have learned about yourself while being in the insurance business?
I have no patience. That's what I learned, Sawyer. I have very little. And even though I have it internally, my face, I should take that back. My face has no patience. I got a lot of patience. My face is one that might make a response, or so it's not me. It's my face and my eyebrows have zero patience.
Gotcha.
Ooh, I have learned a lot about myself in the insurance industry. Wow, I'm trying to just narrow it down.
I can help. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, sure.
No.
No, actually, no. I'm sure you to the insurance industry. No. I've just learned that I can do hard things, and that sometimes in doing the things that are really hard, that's how I'm going to grow, and that's how I'm going to be the best that I can for my family and for the clients that I help and for my agents. And even though it can be scary to do things that are outside of my comfort zone, I can do it. And in fact, it makes me a better person, a stronger person. And so that's what I've learned. I don't have to be scared of the hard things.
Gotcha. Is there anything specific that you've learned that you've been able to help you, that you've been able to use to help you hire people in your business?
Ooh. Oh, I'll go first on that one. So I think one of the things that I've learned a lot with that is excuses that I if I make excuses for myself, that's when I don't win. And that's when I start doing things that I shouldn't, build habits that I shouldn't. And so that's helped me as I've been hiring, is like, I'm looking for people that look for solutions and not make excuses about what has happened. And so that's helped me change my mindset of, I'm not going to make excuses or complain about things. I want to be a solution finder. And so now when I'm hiring, I want to find people that look for solutions, not for excuses.
Gotcha. JaVaughn?
Oh man, I was going to skip. I was going. Sawyer caught me. Something that I learned for building. I would really say focusing on our own race. I think we get so caught up, and I'm big time competitive, super competitive when it comes to that. But when you're hiring new people, you have to slow it down a little bit and let them get in gear for their race, because their race might not be top producer, elite producer like it is for me. It might just be paying a car payment, and you just can't steal that joy from them. So I've learned to give grace and pay attention to their goals first.
Gotcha. All right, here's another one. Has anything embarrassing happened while you were on an appointment?
Oh my.
Yes.
Yes. It was mine. Oh yeah. Yeah, mine was funny. It was a Zoom appointment, and he was laying in bed with his shirt off, looking at the Zoom, laying down like this. And I did the whole presentation while he was in bed, praying he didn't come from under the covers.
think that
Wow.
happened to me once in an interview, and I just turned it off. I was like, no, that's a no for me. So I would say Sawyer. So, all right. Have you ever seen Moana? Like, did you ever watch that one? Moana? Okay, and you know how there's the chicken in Moana that squawks and is the crazy chicken. So I never understood why there was a chicken in Moana. Like, I remember watching it and being like, it's kind of weird. And then I moved to Hawaii, and now I understand, because there are wild chickens and roosters like everywhere. And so, the place where we live, there's roosters and chickens that just roam all over the place. So, they sometimes come right up by my window. Like, you can see, here's my window, and it's like right by the outside, by the street. And so I'll be in an appointment, like trying to talk, and there's a rooster crowing right outside my window, and it's so loud and it sounds awful. And then I'm like in the middle of an appointment trying to be professional, and there are these roosters that are squawking outside my window. It's really embarrassing. And then I get really frustrated, and so I have to try and not be frustrated in front of the client when I really just want to go bang on the window and be like, get out of here, which I do if I'm in front of JaVaughn, but I try not to do that in front of clients.
JaVaughn, did you sell the policy?
No, I
You
did
didn't?
not. I did not.
Of the guy that was laying in the bed?
No, I did not. I was on education number 1, and I got out of there. I couldn't look for any bloopers. It was no blur option, but I did not sell that one.
Well, I wonder if he went back to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a DFL policy, and I needed his attention. I didn't get it, so I call that one protection from an eyeful. I was just a little nervous there, so yeah.
Gotcha.
I think the other one was probably a woman. I actually sold this one. She came on the Zoom, but she had her Zoom camera off, and then she accidentally put it on, and she was still in her nightgown. And when she realized it was too late, but she was still covered. But then when she realized I can see her, she ran out the room with the camera still on, and it was funny. Yeah, it's always with Zoom. So my funniest ones are with Zoom.
Gotcha. What challenges has insurance presented?
Oh man, the challenge of what you just said, you having to know yourself, right? You having to recognize that your agency isn't growing because of a skill set that you lack, and you have to figure it out. You have to find it. You have to work on it. So you're talking, it could be a year, 2 years of you working on your flaws before it can impact other people. For me.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Betsy?
What's hard about insurance? Yeah, I think it seems so simple, but it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So when you, like, even this morning, I was meeting with my leaders, and we were like, okay, let's go write business and let's recruit. Like, it's really simple. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do to win here. But actually going in and executing it and making it happen, that's not easy. And so just, yeah, it's simple, but it's not easy.
Gotcha. What's some tips that you would tell people that are just now getting started in insurance or in this business, or however you want to say it? Betsy, you want to go?
Sure. I would say get to work. Get to work. Don't see it. I mean, it is amazing. The outcome of it is wonderful. Like, there's time and freedom. You can work from home. You can travel. I mean, it's an amazing. I love being an insurance agent. I love owning an agency. Like, it is It's wonderful. I never knew that this was possible. But it is, I literally can't imagine doing anything else with my life now. But it takes work. And so if someone's getting started, just be like, hey, I'm coming in, I'm coming to work. And just put your head down, get to work. That's what I would say. It doesn't sound very glamorous.
Gotcha.
But really, like that's what it's got to be. Get to work.
That's like what Dad said. He said that he's been doing it for so long that he doesn't think that he could do another job.
Oh,
I told my wife this morning that I understand better now how people can get hooked on something, because was it Saturday, I made a decision. I said, you know what, Betsy, we don't have to travel. We've been traveling up and down, and really, I wrote like 10 grand, 11 grand last month, and I was super disappointed in myself because, and I was like, man, but you traveled, you got the flu for a week, right? You couldn't move, you were stuck in bed, and I didn't travel when I had the flu, but it was all in the month. And I said, you know what? No excuses, because I wouldn't want excuses from my team, but I'm writing over 20 grand this month. And what do we have to do? We have to go back to the basics. So I'm having to do a reset. I want to make my own dials, want to make my own texts, I want to make my own contacts. It doesn't matter what level up is doing, doesn't matter what excitement is happening. I let myself down and I let my team down because I didn't hit the number that I knew I should have hit, regardless of being sick, regardless of travel, regardless of any of that. And man, it just, when you say go back to the basics, it started with waking up, right? It started with before waking up, and this is life insurance, Sawyer. So we're saying what's life insurance, but everything I'm about to say has nothing to do with life insurance that dictates your success in life insurance, right? It started with having the affirmations written down. I'm going to bed before midnight every night, not having any late nights. Betsy probably appreciates it. No late night text messaging. Um, right? I'm going to do my affirmations in the morning. I'm going to exercise. Either I'm going to walk the neighborhood or use my ripstick. I'm going to do something physical. Back at the ripsticks, right?
Oh my! Where's you got to show them the ripstick?
I don't have it. It's it's up front. I got to bring it out when I'm selling it to Sawyer. We're gonna have a business, Sawyer. I got you. We're gonna put it on the Etsy shop, right? I'm gonna have to do my activity. I'm gonna have to dedicate my time to prospecting, right? I'm gonna have to call my leads. I'm gonna have to text my leads. I'm gonna have to follow up. All of this was a thought that I promise you, Sawyer, I was so pumped up that Monday morning came, I didn't want to get out the bed. I didn't even want to move, but I promised myself. So I got up, and just that quick, it looks like you're tracking to have a 10 grand week in just production, right? So it just starts with to be successful in insurance. It all starts up here. And I know we say it till we blue in the face, but that's where it starts. Everything else is easy. It's making the decision and not giving yourself the excuse when you don't feel like it. Because this business, you're not going to be able to have something where you start on Sunday with less than $1,000 in your bank account, and by Wednesday you're up 3,000 with another two. Like, it's not legal. Like, it's nothing legal that you can do, and all that energy is pent up in just a 3-day time frame, right? So I love this. We're not going nowhere. It don't matter how big Level Up gets. I'm going to grab some leads. I'm going to call some clients, and we are going to help some families because they asked for help. We got more people asking for help than hands right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gotcha. What are you most excited about for like 2024?
And You go. You have at it. What are you
I tell you
excited?
what, 2024, it's the momentum that we've already had, like in our agency and Level Up. It's just been phenomenal. Like we've spent so much time kind of building, setting foundation. Again, both in my agency and at Level Up. Like we've had 3 years now with Level Up of just kind of setting the stage, figuring out what works, what agents need, how we can provide that to agents and our agencies and kind of the industry at large. And so it's like this year is all about execution. That's what I'm excited about. Is it's like that. I don't know if you've ever heard of the flywheel principle. So we've been building, we've been turning, and it's like now it's let off. And so that's what I'm excited about for 2024. I've got builders in my agency that are getting numbers for key leader, team leader. So I've got builders popping up. We've got new agents coming in. With Level Up, we've got, like, we know what works. We've got our lead types that we love that we can offer to agents. So we've got, just kind of, it's very streamlined. We've got these great integrations coming up with Ninja and Switchboard. And so it's like, it's just go time. That's what I'm excited about for this year. Like, let's go, let's do it. It's time. That's why I'm excited.
Gotcha. JaVaughn?
Man, this year, I'm honestly looking for leaders. So I'm back to the basics when it comes to the agency. Um, Slowly building. We had a great 2023. It was awesome. Hit our records. It was a fight. And now it's time to do it again and build it a little bit less wild westish, but do it again based off of, you know, structure. So that's fun. Excited with Level Up, right? We got Level Up. Oh man, oh Betsy, you mute.
I'm gonna mute out.
Yeah. Um, as we have, Level Up with all the new partnerships and just relationships that we've been building for. I mean, it's funny. People like, wow, this happened. Like, this is great. I'm like, I don't even know how many hours like Betsy and I will stay up. I mean, how many weekends we gave up to take care of agents, how many countless, like, over and over and over, to the point where we're having to force ourselves to be present with our families because it's just so used to just taking care of the business. So now having, others win with what we've created is so exciting to see, and watching people's name on leaderboards that we know are using our leads and learning our systems and using our tools. And you know it's just awesome to see. So you can sit back, and they might not be in our agency, but you had an impact in their business. It's a awesome feeling.
Gotcha. Well, that's all the questions that I have. So, do you guys have any questions for me?
I'm sure teacher Betsy does.
I do have some questions for you. So, Sawyer, what has been I'm gonna ask two questions, okay? So what has been like one of the biggest challenges that you have experienced, like in doing this podcast for a year? But then also, what are some of the biggest victories that you've experienced? So like biggest wins or things like that.
I would say challenges. Um, Probably like having to just know when to be able to react to respond to what people are asking,
Yeah.
and getting better at that, and responding to what people are saying. And yeah, I'll probably also coming up with more questions that go along with what they said.
Mm. It can be really hard to do that.
Yeah.
That's really hard. That's great. I mean, but what amazing skills that you're learning at 11 years old. I mean, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, what about some big wins? What are some things that you love about doing the podcast?
I get to meet big people from Symmetry that whenever I go to if I go to a boot camp well, I guess not a boot camp, but like a conference
Yeah.
or something like that. Like some of the people come up and they're like, "Hey Sawyer, what's up?" And
I love that.
yeah, they know who I am, and they'll come up and give me a high five or shake my hand. So that's probably one of the best things about doing this.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
JaVaughn, do you have any questions?
Oh man, I love how you wing it and put it together so smooth. I stuttered my first dang on my first one StreamYards, but that's awesome. Nah, super. Thank you for having us. I don't have any
Okay,
questions.
I do have another. Sorry, I have another question. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, we have to ask. Do you want to be an insurance agent, or what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be an insurance agent, but I also want to keep my YouTube career going. I guess not really a career yet, but my YouTube, like my posting and my channel and stuff.
I love
Yeah, my
that.
content creation.
Very nice. You know what I think is it's going to be interesting, and so I love that you're doing this. But there's this whole generation now, Sawyer, of symmetry kids like yourself, or even like my boys, where I'm like, hey, guess what? Or JaVaugh's son already has his insurance license. Like, there's going to be a whole generation of kids from symmetry. So now I'm just thinking, how can I get my kids to come hang out with you? That's what I would love.
Yeah.
I think Level Up could sponsor a trip to Hawaii.
I love it. We can
Go,
all
Sawyer. I hear background noise. I'm hearing background noise, Sawyer. We're gonna catch the feed.
You want to come surf in Hawaii, Sawyer?
No, but I do want to go fishing.
Okay. We could do math on the beach again. It would be super fun.
I don't really even remember that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not coming to Hawaii for math, but
I'll come to Hawaii for the fishing, but not for math.
Not for math. Okay. My husband takes I personally don't like camping, but my husband's taken our kids, the boys, camping, and they do I don't know if you call it fish or hunt, but they go crabbing. And so they've got crabs, and that's what they would eat when they go camping.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Why don't you give your channel?
Oh, my channel is Sawyer's Outdoor Stories.
Oh, okay.
So it stands for SOS.
I like that. Very cool. Good for you, man.
All right. Well, so the way that I in this is we say SMC out and we do nuts to the camera.
Okay. I'm so ready.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. SMC out.
out.